So, do you have toxic people in your life? Do you have negative people, people who trigger you, people who you might even call energy vampires, whatever you want to call them? And it frustrates you so much that maybe you talk to a friend and you try to get some advice, and the advice you normally get is don't let it get to you, and you shouldn't feel that way, and people don't have power except the power you give them. In this video, we're going to go deep into what's happening in the back of your head, in your heart, in your feelings, and from there we're going to develop the solution that not only it will not allow someone to trigger you, and you're going to be more in control of your feelings and chilled and relaxed. Potentially also you might be able to influence that person to change. Okay, so the first thing we need to understand is, why do we get triggered? It's very simple. So actually what's really happening is we have a rejection to one of the behaviors that this person exudes. So maybe you don't like lying, maybe you don't like dishonesty, maybe you don't like hypocrisy, maybe you don't like selfishness, okay? And it so happened that this person is doing something that triggers your realization that they're actually being, let's say, liars or dishonest, for example. And because it keeps triggering, and for some reason you could not stop it over the years, maybe because your relationship with that person makes you impolite to bring it up or to bring their attention to it, or maybe you tried and you failed, okay? But it kept triggering and triggering and triggering, so it got bigger. When emotions get bigger, what happened is we generalize them. Instead of saying the behavior, we say the individual, okay, is bad or bothers me or whatever. And if it gets even bigger, we don't say the individual, we say this group of people. All men are that way, all women are that way. And this could happen from one experience, depending on how big the impact of that experience is and how you dealt with it, okay? So now that we know, okay, how did it happen? What can we do about it? So what you need to do is you need to isolate that quality that triggers you, okay? What is it? Is it lying? Is it selfishness? Pick that quality or a set of qualities, maybe it's more than one. And for the sake of simplicity, we're going to choose lying. So let's say lying is the thing that bothers you. Lying is the thing that triggers you. Lying is the cause of all the problem, okay? Your job now, every day for at least a week, maybe two, is to reach a point where you can be at peace with someone lying. Of course, it's not gonna mean that you're gonna start lying or you're gonna accept more people lying to you. No. You're gonna stop being so reactive to it when it happens that you're gonna be able to be more stable and logical and influential in your response. Not only that, if you don't have that internal trigger about it, the other person may sense it, okay? So if they sense it, they might begin to change. So let me explain something to you here. Your job is to sit and think about lying to reach a point where you understand why someone lies. Now, if you reach a point where you don't judge lying as a bad thing, and you accept it and you make peace with it, and you realize that, oh, people lie because maybe they're scared, or people lie because they're insecure, or people lie because maybe growing up they had X, Y, and Z happening to them. So your job is to be able to not have that internal war with lying, okay? If you don't have the internal war with lying, when it shows up, there is no war is gonna happen within you, okay? And when that happens and you stop, judging the lying, and the other person senses that you're not gonna judge them internally, they will sense it. They may not even lie as much because there is no reason for it. So really you need to take the time to stop deciding that certain things are right and certain things are wrong, and people should be this way, otherwise they are not good people. Or if people that way, then they are bad people. And the more you do that, you have to do it at least 10 to 15 minutes every day for a week to 2 weeks, and just ask yourself, what could make someone lie? And maybe they're doing it for a reason. So basically you're programming yourself to change your association to the lie. In other words, change your trigger. Instead of, bad into, oh, okay, well, yeah, I get it. Okay, so if you like it, hit that like button, and if you know someone can use it, share it, and feel free to give it to someone and get their feedback.